Week 1 is officially in the books here, and what a week it was. Let's go ahead and talk winners. We'll talk the losers. We'll see which managers' cheeks got clapped the hardest. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. And let's roll that sweet, sweet intro. What's going on, fantasy football folks? Fantasy HYB. We are back here with the week 1 recap here. We'll go ahead and break down the managers' matchups here, the winners, the losers. And first off, we're going to start off with, as always, the match of the week. All right, so the match of the week, once again, Team Ooks, Team Mark here. Very, very nice pick for match of the week here. Came down to about 5 points at the very end. Mark was still hanging on to some hope of Tyler Lockett in that Monday night game. What a horrible game. Denver, what in the world are we doing? Well, the NFC West now does have the Seahawks at the very, very top there. And we are ranked with the Raiders at 0-1. Anyway, that's for a different story. Gosh. Oh, yeah. Could have capped off a better Monday if we probably would have won. But, you know. Anyways. Let's start off with the quarterback position here. Josh Allen on Mike's team. Whopping 39 points there. You know, what a loser Josh Allen is, huh? 39 points. I mean, I'm just playing. A very, very impressive Thursday night game. But Patrick Mahomes says, hold my beer. Put up close to 45 points. 44.9 points over on Mark's team. Up next for the running back position, Joe Mixon and Jonathan Taylor. Two studs for the game. I don't know what was going on with the Bengals game, but my gosh, they as the defending AFC North championships there, the defending AFC North champion, they didn't seem like championship material. I'm not too sure what was going on there, but nonetheless, 18 points for Mixon, 25.5 points there for Jonathan Taylor in half-point scoring over on Mark's team. 7 points for Josh Jacobs. Yeah, you know, probably could have subbed in Nick Chubb there, who was sitting on your bench. You would have taken a W had you put in Nicholas Chubb. Antonio Gibson again for the Washington Commanders, lead dog there. No Robinson back there. There was some J.D. McKissick, but nonetheless, Antonio Gibson is the lead dog there. Let's go over to the wide receiver position. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, another receiver stack from Tampa Bay. Evans did pretty well, 15, almost 16 points there. Chris Godwin got injured in the game there, a measly 5 points. Over on Mark's team, Davante Adams. I mean, he is Davante Adams. Doesn't matter. Seems like at this point, it doesn't matter who is under center. Aaron Rodgers, Derek Carr. He put up 25 points. Massive, massive amount. Deontay Johnson, no double digits, but, you know, close. 9 points there. Up next on the tight end position, you got Dalton Schultz. I mean, at this point, he's looking like he's going to be the safety blanket for Cooper Rush. Dak Prescott is injured. I think he's out for about a couple months. I'm not too sure exactly how long on the time frame he's going to be out for. Does need some shoulder surgery. So the Dallas pass catchers, little bit of a trouble there. Little bit of trouble. Dallas Goedert, 7.5 points. And in a flex position, Miles Sanders coming up with a whopping 17.5 points there. 38 points scored from Philly and a whole bunch of rushing touchdowns. Every back got a rushing touchdown there. Sanders, Kenneth Gainwell, Boston Scott, all got rushing touchdowns. Tyler Lockett, once again, put up only 4.5 points there. I mean, Geno Smith, I mean, he played really, really well. But, you know, I didn't hear too much of Tyler Lockett's name being called out throughout that entire game. At the kicker position, Tyler Bass and Will Lutz, 7 points for Bass, 9 for Will Lutz. And on the defensive end there, the Packers got shellacked by the Minnesota Vikings there. Only 1 point for the defense. The Rams put up 9. which is pretty good for the defense there. Excuse me. Some players left on the bench there. I mean, AJ Dillon for Mike's team, fantastic job there. Dillon, Mr. Quads. I mean, I think so he can rival Saquon Barkley's quads there. That guy's very integral to that offense there. Also, Nick Chubb, I mean, probably could have played him in the flex. He would have walked out with the W there. Jamal Williams, he's looking, at this point, he's looking like he is the goal line back out there in Detroit. But once again, snaked away two touchdowns there. Vulture 2 touchdowns from DeAndre Swift there. Lazard, don't know what's happening with Alan Lazard there. He was out for that game there. You know, Aaron Rodgers could have used him. Looks like he was struggling a bit. Terry McLaurin, pretty nice double-digit points there. Jalen Waddle on Mike's team there. Nice 15-pointer. The Bills defense, which was left on the bench there, nice 17 points. Other than that, Mikey takes the 1-0. Mark goes to 0-1. Let's go ahead and jump over to our next game here. We're going to have a look at Still Lurking and the Pillow King here. The Pillow King walked out with basically a 4-point win, 4-point-ish win there over Ed Still Lurking. Let's go ahead and see at the quarterback position there, 26.2 points, 0.22 points for Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow struggled in this game. Let's go ahead and see what his stat line was for week 1 here. I know it wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty. I mean, he had 338 passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns, 47 rushing yards, 2 fumbles. He lost 1 fumble. How many times did he get? Does this thing show any interceptions here? 4 interceptions. So, I mean, all those points left on the board there. But nonetheless, I mean, he still put up 26 points. Russell Wilson, yeah. Mr. Let's Ride. Mr. Let's have the Seahawks ride all over the damn Denver Broncos. Ooh, oh my goodness. 19 under 20 points there. I mean, throughout this entire game, actually just listening to it, I don't think he's used. I'm not too sure if he's used to the actual Seattle noise as on the opposing end. You know, I hear the Seattle crowd there. I mean, it is loud. So silent counts there. There was a lot of penalties, but that's what happens, you know, when you don't play any preseason games. Your whole team is, you know, doo-doo week 1. Denver. Jesus. All right. Let's jump over to the running back position. Aaron Jones and Rashad Penny. Rashad Penny did pretty well in this in the Denver game there. I mean, he didn't walk away with any double-digit points, but 7.7 points there, 7.70 points. Aaron Jones, just about 9 points, a little over. Once again, the Green Bay Packers did struggle in that game. Dalvin Cook and Travis Etienne over on OG's team there. Dalvin Cook, I mean, 12 points. But we all know who all the points went to for the Minnesota Vikings game. We'll get into him a little bit later. Let's go over to the receivers. The Bills stack. Diggs and Davis, I mean, they did fantastic on the Thursday night game. 22 points for Diggs, 16.8 points for Gabriel Davis. I mean, it was looking, Thursday night, it was looking like a complete blowout already. I mean, that was a huge point differential going into the weekend. Thursday games, I mean, if you do well, it is a mind game throughout the entire week until you hit actual Sunday. You don't know what's going to happen throughout the rest of the Sunday games, but having a 40-point advantage does put some fear, you know. Maybe not for Mr. Pillow King there. Keenan Allen and Justin Jefferson over on OG's team there. Justin Jefferson, absolute monster game there. 34.9 points, almost 35 points. Let's see what his... Nope, that's not it. Let's go ahead and see what his stat line is here. A whopping 184 and 2 touchdowns there. I mean, that's incredible. 184 and 2, landed at almost 35 points. Keenan Allen, he was looking like he was going to have a great day until he got injured. Pulled his hamstring, I believe it was a hamstring injury. Did not come back into the game. And then everybody else caught some touchdowns, except for my guy. At the tight end position here, Kyle Pitts, measly, almost 3 points. I mean, expecting a little bit more from Kyle Pitts. Again, this is only week 1 with Marcus Mariota under center. I don't know how that's going to play out as far as his usage. It looks like he's playing a lot of wide receiver snaps. I mean, this guy is a tight end, but he is built like a wide receiver, plays like a wide receiver. On the opposite end, Mark Andrews, 7.70 points. I mean, with Baltimore scoring 24 points. I mean, you would expect a little bit more from Mark Andrews, but nonetheless, I mean, that's not exactly too bad there. Christian McCaffrey at the flex position, 13, almost 14 points there. Lost to the Cleveland Browns. You know, maybe you can use Christian McCaffrey a lot more. T. Higgins over on OG's flex there. I mean, I think, I'm not too sure what happened. I think so this happened late in the game there. I mean, he was concussed, did not come back into the game, only landed under 4 points. At the kicker position, Matt Prater. I mean, the Arizona Cardinals got shellacked. I mean, just obliterated by the Kansas City Chiefs there. Only put up 1 point. Harrison Butker, again, from the Chiefs end. It looks like he was injured on the opening kick, but still came back out, did what he does best, kick some field goals. Buccaneers and the Chargers, equal amounts there, 13 points. Defense was great. Let's go ahead and see if there's any gems left on the bench here. I mean, everything else, Treylon Burks, 7 points. Juju Smith-Schuster, under 10 points here. I don't think you could have subbed anyone else in. Nope. That is pretty much it. Let's go over to our next game, game number 3 here. We'll go over to the champion side here, retaining. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's go back. Let's jump back to the previous game there. OG 1-0, still lurking 0-1. All right, now let's jump into the champion game here. 49ers for life, the current reigning, defending, undisputed, handle your biz champion. Walking away here, 1-0 against Cracker Killers. 0-1. Let's see here. At the quarterback position, Tom Brady looking like, not like the previous year's Tom Brady. Only scoring 13 points. Kyler Murray basically playing catch up this entire game here. Once again, I've been saying it. Got shellacked. Shellacked by the Kansas City Chiefs there. 24.64 points, though. I mean, that's pretty decent numbers. Running backs here, Najee Harris, James Conner for 49ers for life. James Conner got into the end zone. Yet, once again, 14 points for James Conner. 9 under double digits for Najee Harris. I believe he injured his foot. Let's see how many attempts he got for this game here. 23. This was... I mean, he caught 1 touchdown. Aside from that, if he did not catch this touchdown, his stat line would have been doo-doo. Just straight doo-doo. Over on Cracker Killer side there, you got Derrick Henry. They didn't put up Derrick Henry numbers here against the New York Giants. Only 8.2 points, but Derrick Henry, we all know what he can do here. Usually week 1, I noticed week 1 doesn't do very well. Just watch out for the rest of the entire season there. He will be fantastic. Alvin Kamara, doo-doo as well too. I mean, only 6 points there. 6.10 points. Michael Thomas caught 2 touchdowns there. I mean, not too sure if that factored into Alvin Kamara's stat line. Let's jump over to the wide receiver positions there. Jamar Chase, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Jamar Chase looking like Jamar Chase of last season. Had him on my team. Fantastic. Let me down week 15. I was not happy about that. 23.9 points for Jamar Chase in this game. I was watching this game. There was many times he got either out of bounds, at the 1 yard line. Just it took him a while to get this touchdown. I think so that was at the very end there. But nonetheless, 129 receiving yards. Joe Burrow's go-to. I mean, Amon-Ra St. Brown, 16.4 points there. Detroit put up 35 points. Very nice for the Detroit Lions. Unfortunately, did not beat the Philly Eagles there. Tyreek Hill, 14 points against New England's secondary there. And Devonta Smith, straight goose egg. Goose. I mean, we all know who all the points went to. A.J. Brown took all the yards, and all the running backs took all of the touchdowns there. That was Devonta Smith, goose egg. At the tight end position there, Gerald Everett caught one of the touchdowns there from good old Justin Herbert. Pat Freiermuth, 10 points. I mean, just a nice even double-digit points there. I mean, if you're not one of the top 3 tight ends, I mean, double-digit points is pretty good there at the tight end position there. At the flex position, DK Metcalf only put up a measly 5 points. 5 points. Still yet. Not a monster game there. Damian Harris over on the New England side, only 6 points there. Evan McPherson and Daniel Carlson for the kickers, 8 and 9 points respectively. Not too bad for a kicker. And Saints and the Colts, 4 points and 6 points. Let's see any gems here that's on the bench. James Robinson sitting there on the bench with almost 20 points. The usage for James Robinson looks like he has an Achilles, like he's coming back from an Achilles injury, but he's looking pretty good there. Brandon Cooks, 11 points left on the bench. George Kittle, inactive for this game here. Although the San Fran game and the San Fran Chicago game was just basically playing slip and slide for that entire game there. Just a torrential downpour at Soldier Field. I mean, it was just puddle, slip, slide, puddle. I mean, and then, it kind of dried up just a little bit, but not a fun game to watch. I mean, it was fun, but not the typical kind of game where you would be receiving some nice stats there. Derek Carr, 20 points. Wouldn't have done any better. Kareem Hunt left on the bench there with 21 points there. Let's see what I know he had 2 receiving touchdowns, I think it was. No, 1 rushing, 1 receiving. Left there on the bench. Devin Singletary used quite a bit. Unfortunately, he has a Zach Moss problem here, Christian Kirk also left on the bench there. Nice 14.70 points. 49ers for life, 1-0. Cracker Killers, 0-1. Let's jump into our next game here. I believe I'm going to put myself and Venus Sky, King Pillonitis and Venus Sky. At the quarterback position, Justin Herbert put up almost 30 points here. And Aaron Rodgers put up under 5 points. Just doo-doo from Aaron Rodgers. Not the MVP that we were expecting. Maybe he needs to go drink some more ayahuasca. Maybe to get back a third back-to-back MVP season. But Justin Herbert in this game looked amazing. He does have the Thursday night game coming up against the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, what is the over-under on this one? Like 90 points probably? I don't know. We'll see. It's probably going to be a pretty high 50-ish over-under game there. At the running back position, Austin Eckler and Javonte Williams over on King Pillonitis' team, a.k.a. my team. Ezekiel Elliott and Elijah Mitchell over on Team Venus Sky. Austin Eckler utilized pretty well here. Did not get into the end zone. Measly 36 rushing yards and 36 receiving yards there. Nothing to write home about. Under double digits, but still, he is Austin Eckler. Javonte Williams looked pretty good in this game. He does have a Melvin Gordon problem, but he looked fantastic. Although he did fumble. He had fumbleitis. He had fumbleitis in this game here at the 1 yard line. Same as Melvin Gordon. Fumbleitis at the 1 yard line. Ezekiel Elliott and Elijah Mitchell. Ezekiel Elliott, measly 5 points here. And Elijah Mitchell, 4 points. I mean, Dallas's offense there is in a little bit of trouble. No Dak, no left tackle. So the pass catchers and the offensive line problems will, maybe it's still left to be seen how Dallas is going to respond to all the injuries that's piling up on their team there. Elijah Mitchell also on Team Venus Sky's team. I mean, the waiver wire is tomorrow. Elijah Mitchell will be out for quite a bit. He did injure his shoulder. I think it was his shoulder. Nope, I think it's his knee. Head, shoulders, knees and toes. He has an MCL sprain, according to NFL there. Let's jump over to the wide receiver position. Mike Williams, a measly 2 points there. My air and ground tactic for the Chargers is not panning out well for game number 1. But, it'll come to fruition later. All right. I am happy I snuck out a win, but I was kind of hoping that the touchdowns would go to Mike Williams' way. Keenan Allen was out. Everyone else caught touchdowns. Gerald Everett, I think it was DeAndre Carter caught a touchdown there. Mike Williams, doo-doo. Michael Pittman, fantastic. I think he had, 18 targets? I forgot it was. 121 and 1. I don't know how many targets he had. A bunch of them from Matt Ryan. 13 targets. I mean, that's a lot of targets. 13 targets. CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Ayuk over on Team Venus Sky's team there. Once again, CeeDee Lamb will now have Cooper Rush under center. I don't know how that's going to affect his production. I hear Jimmy Garoppolo is available. If you guys want him, maybe you guys can trade for him. I think maybe Jimmy Garoppolo is still available over on the San Fran 49ers. He is playing backup. Somebody call Jerry Jones. Brandon Ayuk, once again, this game, just chalk it up to bad weather. This game was horrible. Over on the tight end position, Cole Kmet, doo-doo. Goose egg on my team there, as opposed to Travis Kelce. A nice 22 points here. I do have Travis Kelce on my other league. Nice. This one, not so nice. I had to go up against Travis Kelce here. Just sweating the entire game, hoping Travis Kelce will not catch any more passes. Unfortunately, all this guy does is just catch passes. Over on the flex position here, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Very nice. 2 touchdowns there. Landed me almost 21 points, 20.9 points there. And Cordero Patterson, Mr. Old Reliable over on the Atlanta Falcons. 21.1 points there. Once again, watching the Atlanta game, sweating the whole way. I'm like, stop giving Cordero Patterson the damn ball. Over on the kickers, battle of kickers here. I mean, I put up Ryan Suckup put up 13 points for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which is nice. Younghoe Koo on the Atlanta Falcons put up 18. But if you can get double digits at the kicker position, which is kind of like a rare commodity, consistently get double digits at the kicker position, that is a difference maker, because you could have 3 points or you could have 20 points from the kicker position. That is a positional advantage. Unfortunately, there is no way to kind of gauge that. I mean, I like to pick kickers from teams that have basically a nice high-powered offense, and they can kind of get in between the 50. They can hit a 50er, but sometimes just picking a kicker is just a luck of the draw there. The Denver defense and the Dallas Cowboys equally at 5 points. Let's go ahead and check out any gems on the bench here. Michael Thomas on my team here, sitting on my bench there with a nice 20.20 points there. Yeah, you know what? Call me chicken. I was scared to put Michael Thomas in. I would have placed Michael Thomas over Clyde Edwards-Helaire, but basically almost equal points there. Jerry Jeudy, very, very nice stat line there, 18.20 points here. He did catch a touchdown for over 100 yards there. I mean, people want to say Courtland Sutton was the darling. Maybe. The Seahawks did, kick our behinds there, but, for fantasy reasons, I mean, Jerry Jeudy looks pretty good. I mean, the champ 49ers for life did have to drop Jerry Jeudy to pick up another tight end because George Kittle is inactive. She did pick up Gerald Everett, landed her 12 points. I walked away with Jerry Jeudy, although I now have 3 Denver Broncos, 4 if you include the defense on my roster there. Over on Venus Sky's team there, Lamar Jackson sitting down there with 27.22 points. Had he played Lamar Jackson, I think I would have lost. Good thing you put in the current MVP. Taysom Hill, I made this argument before the draft there. I mean, he is a tight end, officially listed as a tight end, but he's going to have these opportunities where he's going to play quarterback. He's going to have some of these quarterback designed plays there. And he got into the end zone. So, yeah. I mean, Taysom Hill is basically the Swiss Army knife of the New Orleans Saints there. And last but not least, let's get into the business. Emotional damage. All right, so the business here is the game here that has by far the farthest stretch in between points there. So this is going to Jiraiya 702 and COVID 49 with a difference of almost I think it's like 90 points. I don't have my calculator out here, but gosh damn. Scotty put a hurt on John this week. He gave him the body bag. He clapped those cheeks, damn it. Woohoo. Anybody who has to challenge. That's why Scott is a 3-time champion. Like this guy pulls points out of his rear end there. Giving John the business. He gave him the business hard. I don't want to challenge Scott currently, although I will get to him eventually, and he will take an L, Scott. You will take an L. Let's go ahead and recap this right here. At the quarterback position, Jalen Hurts looking fantastic there. Everyone's fantasy sleeper at the quarterback position here, putting up 24 points, almost 25 points there. He does have that cheat code there. I don't think he threw for any passing touchdowns. Did he? Did he throw for a passing touchdown? No, he did not. He only had a rushing touchdown. But he got all the passing yards and he rushed for 90 yards. Basically a running back playing quarterback. I mean, rushing yards are way more valuable than passing yards. So yeah, Jalen Hurts. Matthew Stafford over on COVID 49's team put up 12.8 points. The Bills were just too much for Matthew Stafford on Thursday night. Let's jump over to the running back position here. Saquon Barkley is back. Mr. Saquads Barkley put up a massive 30, a 30 burger. Jeez, Louise. A 30 burger on John there. Damn. Saquon is back. DeAndre Swift put in 25 points. Ooh. Ooh. What can you say about DeAndre Swift? DeAndre Swift is really, really good. Saquon Barkley is really, really good. All not first round picks. These guys were like second and third round picks there. I think Swift went in the fourth. I don't remember which one got picked up late. Over on COVID 49's team, Raheem Mostert on the Miami Dolphins and Leonard Fournette for the Tampa Bay Bucks there. 3 points for Mostert, 14.7 points for Fournette. Let's jump over to the wide receiver position there. Cooper Kupp and A.J. Brown over. Damn, Scott's team is looking like a monster team right now. Cooper Kupp and A.J. Brown, 25 points for Cooper Kupp. We all know what Cooper Kupp is at this point with Matthew Stafford. That guy is just monster point guy. A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts loves him some A.J. Brown. Unfortunately, did not catch a touchdown. I think all he has is yards, a bunch of them. 155 receiving yards. Yep. Put up a 20 burger on John there. Marvin Jones and Deebo Samuel. Deebo Samuel did get into the end zone on a rushing touchdown there. Once again, this game was not ideal. It tough game to watch there. I mean, yeah, just rain. I'm surprised he got into the end zone on a rushing touchdown there. Marvin Jones playing with the Jacksonville Jaguars there. Only put up 5 points. Let's jump into the tight end position. Dawson Knox. The only Achilles heel right now is Dawson Knox on Uriah 702's team there. Only put up a measly 1 point. At least he didn't goose you like my dude did. Darren Waller on John's team there put up almost 10 points. And at the flex position, you got Julio Jones. Put up a nice double-digit points. I mean, low double digits. Only 10 points there. And Russell Gage only put up 2 points over on John's team. Kickers, Matt Gay, 6 points. Robbie Gould, 4 points. Ravens defense coming up with a nice double-digit, 11 points. And the 49ers at 5 points. See if there's any gems left on the bench here. Not too many. Trey Lance had a very, very doo-doo game as well. I mean, very high expectations for Trey Lance, but this was not the game to be looking forward to some Trey Lance magic there. This game was over before it started. I mean, rain came down. I mean, weather plays a factor. So please, if you guys are going to redo Soldier Field, put a damn dome over it. Come on, guys. David Montgomery, I mean, he looked well, but, you know, Khalil Herbert playing behind him also looked really, really well, too. Kenyon Drake put up only 5 points. Amari Cooper, 3 points. He has the Jacoby Brissett problem. Other than that, I think that is it here. We covered everyone's game, right? I didn't leave anybody out. Let's go ahead and just double check that before we end this video here. Yep, I think that is it. Thank you guys once again so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Check back in a couple days. We are going to preview the week 2 matchups, a new match of the week. Until then, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys back next time.